What's up, people? This is Shadow Willie here, and this is a video about how I am just done with the Xbox 360 and Microsoft. I can't take it anymore. If it's a multi-platform game, I'm getting it for the PS3. That's just all there is to it. Nothing else. I can't stand Microsoft bullshit in the Xbox 360. I'm not doing it anymore. It sucked the life out of me, guys. I mean, seriously. I got 3 reasons why I hate the 360. There are probably more than that, but there are 3 distinct reasons why I hate the Xbox 360 and Microsoft. So I hope by the end of this video, I don't come off as a PS3 fanboy. If I do, let me know in the comments area. Give me some feedback. That's the way it is no longer. So before we get started on that, let me show you all the consoles I own and all the games I have all for all of them. So hold on one second. So right here is my PS3, and right next to it is my Xbox 360. As you can see, both are living together side by side in harmony. And now these are all my PS3 games that I have. Yeah. As you can see, I'm not loyal to just one console. And these are all the Xbox 360 games that I have. It's a pretty huge library. Can't keep them all in my room, so I gotta keep them all out here in my living room because the HDTV is in there. So yeah, I got a lot of games for the Xbox 360. So there's no question whose loyalties I am to. None. It's my DS and my PSP for the RPGs that come on both, and I keep my entire RPG collection in my room, as you can see. Yeah, so you see, I'm on the console that has the most RPGs, or the one that gets the RPG first. So there's no question there. So as you can see from looking at my collection and my consoles, you can pretty much tell that I'm not loyal to any one system or set of games. I own everything. I like a little variety here and there, and I love RPGs. So that's just, the way it is. So let's get into my first reason of why I hate the Xbox 360. Reason number 1. It scratches its own disc. This is really pissing me off. Now, I've been playing Gears of War since the day it came out. I probably took a couple months off from there and there, but I recently went back to go play it, and it not only scratched my disc to death, it didn't even do the round thing. It didn't even do the circle thing. It didn't even do that. And yeah, as you can see, I set my Xbox 360 down. It's not up like that. It's down like this. So now suddenly I'm playing online. I'm getting multiple disc read errors all the time, and I take the disc out and it's got a huge crack. This is not a scratch, people. This is a huge crack, and this has not just been with Gears of War. Now, Gears of War may be the first game that I had actually cracked, but other games have been scratched to all hell because of the Xbox 360, and I can't take it anymore. So that's reason number 1. It scratches up my disc. Don't like that. So reason number 2. The controller. My controller for my Xbox 360 is it's like dead. It's on life support. I need to charge it in there all the time to charge it, and it's not charging. It's not doing it. Every time I plug it in, it's on the green light. It should be on the red light to charge. Every time I take it out, like two seconds later, it just dies out on me. I gotta spend like $40-50 buying a new controller. I don't think so. I do that for my PS3. PS3 works just fine. PS3 controller works just fine. And reason number 3, the last reason, pretty much it hasn't been affecting me as much as reason number 1 and 2 lately, but it really has in a couple, probably a year ago it has, is that Microsoft and the Xbox 360 fuck with my RPGs. You know, I could deal with you scratching up my games and your controller being shitty, but when you fuck with my RPGs, you have a serious problem, or you have an angry fan in your midst. So, for one example, multiple disc. That's just really stupid in this day and age. But Blu-ray out, multiple disc is just, it's played out. No more multiple disc. I mean, if you scratch up one disc and the Xbox 360 scratches up its own disc, that whole set is completely useless. You can't even trade it in the GameStop because it's a loss. It's a complete loss. Lost Odyssey has 4 discs. 4 discs. One of those discs get messed up, the whole set is completely useless. So then what do we have? Star Ocean: The Last Hope. This is pretty much the other one. Star Ocean: The Last Hope. That game has 3 discs. And now the problem with that game is that not only could the problem be solved with a 4th disc, but no, now if I want to do side quests and stuff, I have to constantly switch between discs. That is just stupid. That is just plain out retarded. And then we have Star Ocean: The Last Hope International, which should have been Star Ocean for the 360. What should have been? What should have always been international? It should have had the English and Japanese voices in there all the time. It should have had the anime icons, the portraits. It should have always had that. All the Star Ocean games had that. But no, Microsoft said, you know what, let's get CG icons on there so, you know, Western audiences can appreciate it. How does that make any sense? How does that make any sense? Guys, Microsoft, your RPG base is dumb small, okay? I'm pretty sure everybody that knows that even playing RPGs on the Xbox knows about, more than half of them knows about its release in Japan before that. So I don't even know why you're trying to get an audience you can't get. Your audience is first-person shooters and third-person shooters. Cater to them. Just bring the RPGs from Japan the way they are. That's all we ask. Don't fuck with them and do all this other shit. Take out the Japanese voice. The Japanese voice could have really helped Star Ocean: The Last Hope, because seriously, if you heard the dub for Star Ocean: The Last Hope, it's just god awful. So then another game that's probably gotten ruined for Xbox and by Xbox and Microsoft. Now I'm not gonna get into so much in depth on this topic because that's just a video for another day. It's Final Fantasy 13. I am one of those people that think the Xbox 360 and Microsoft ruined Final Fantasy 13. I got multiple links on my computer. I got favorites on my computer that link to various sites and speculation and all that shit. But I'm not saying it for now. I just tell you right now, I think Microsoft fucked with Final Fantasy 13. Even though there are evidence to pretty much support that Final Fantasy 13 was maybe built from the ground up for Western audiences. But Final Fantasy 13 to me was just god awful. It was horrible. I mean, I think 2 months after I played it, after I beat it, I forgot I even had it and I forgot I even played it. That's how bad and forgettable it was to me. I mean, and then like I think within those 2 months I played Final Fantasy 6 for the first time. Fucking amazing game. I can see why people are saying Final Fantasy 6 and Final Fantasy 7 and those are like the best Final Fantasies, because Final Fantasy 6 is just amazing. Like seriously, go get an emulator or something and go play Final Fantasy 6. It's amazing. Final Fantasy 13 holds no candle to Final Fantasy 6. It's garbage. But like I said, that's a video for another day. So those are pretty much my reasons. Scratches up its own disc with faulty machinery. It's my controller sucks. It's like it dies out on me. And you're fucking with my RPGs. Oh, another reason within the reason to fucking with my RPGs, Tales of Vesperia. Tales of Vesperia, it came out for the Xbox 360, I think last year or something like that, and then I think this year or something, it came out with a new, improved version on the PS3 with an assload of new content, just so much new content. 360 beta tested it, and the only reason it was released on the 360 was because Microsoft was trying to get its influence going in Japan. You fucked with Tales of Vesperia. Fucked with my RPG. Tales of Vesperia was a highly anticipated RPG of mine. And, you know, it is, you know, pretty good. I don't like the story of Tales of Vesperia, but still, you know, all that asshole new content could have been put on the PS3 first thing. Now, North America or anything, anywhere outside Japan may never experience Tales of Vesperia, the last version, the final version. I definitely know North America ain't experienced it because they don't even give a damn. They pull the plug on RPGs, pretty much, Microsoft has. Unless it's like a huge company like either Square Enix or Level 5, they're done with RPGs. But, you know, those are just my reasons right there.